Hey everybody, it's Last Robokai here, and it's time for another finale in Fate Samurai Remnant. We're doing the path that we chose by chasing down our old buddy, Dorothea, to rescue her from Assassin. It has put us on the Ray of Light path, and we're going to be teaming up with Shousetsu and trying to stop Zhou and Caster from getting their wish going, because, you know, the Waxing Moon Vessel is an extremely weird, dangerous piece of technology, magical goofery, that it's probably going to explode when they wish on it, because no one's actually tested this thing. No one did a little wish on this thing to make sure it wasn't going to like do something weird. Because like it's got two palms on it. What if those are monkey palms? What if that's like what if it's like this guy Tutsu Mikado accidentally double monkey pawed it, right? Joining me on this question is Cool Guy. Cool Guy, did they double monkey paw it?
Fingers just curl at once. All 8 fucking fingers.
It's very curly. It's very curly. Anyway, we're going to start out with 2 Crucible fights, just to get the last 2 of them out of the way, and then we're going to whoosh straight into the ending, with all the fights and all the way onto the end, so let's get stuck straight in. Now, this is the level 99, I believe?
Skin Flayer Demon Fit. Okay. There's a lot of checks being written on this one.
Yes, well, we know that the demon puppets are certainly an ordeal in terms of their moveset. They've got some wacky animations going. So we're going to do our best to chew through this. It's only 19 levels on us, it's fine. We're about like level 80 at this point.
You say that, I genuinely have no idea what a normal level disparity is. Like,
yeah, same, to be honest.
What is the largest level disparity that you've worked with up to this point? You probably don't even know, let alone me.
Nope, got no idea. Absolutely no idea. I always saw levels as just a means to the game giving you points to put more skill points into your characters, basically.
Levels are just a number, man.
And after all, but you can sort of see after all of that, that health is still quite pronounced.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say we're not getting through this one with 1 shell.
No, we're not 1 shell, not like we did that other Oni.
I do appreciate how it's like hurt box or hurt animation or whatever just makes it look like it's coughing. This fucking demon-faced puppet just got COVID and is hacking all over you as you beat the shit out of it. Damn, boy!
So I think it's new move.
Calm down! Gets literally 1 good hit on you and everybody's telling it to calm down. I just reflected on how weird that is, but you know, whatever. I stand by it.
Yeah, I think the chest thing is the new attack, but I don't actually remember because I've actually really just chewed through the regular versions of these things pretty quickly most of the time.
You said, like, you made a point of when we ran into these things initially that their animations were weird and you don't like them, so you just go in really hard because you don't want to fuck with them.
Yeah, well, it's like the spinny wheel shit.
That seemed pretty valid to me. You're doing your best to do the same thing here, TBH.
Yeah, I'm doing well. I mean, you know, like I said, the sheer amount of damage this mother hubbard does to us is pretty pronounced, but we'll get there.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest thing that comes from the level disparity. Okay. Bruh.
Yeah, it does the turning my head around causing problems animation.
Yeah, that's just silly.
I love it. I love they just capture how fucking horrifying these sorts of things are, really. I've walked into a wall.
Oh, come on! You were covered!
Nah. I mean, I was covered, but, you know, nah.
Swear to freaking
so
God.
Silly.
These little chumps in their music.
We'll just keep wailing away at them until we can.
Yeah, there's Archer. The way it slumps over still makes me laugh. It looks so silly. Like, all right, well,
Nap
I'm
time
tired
for the
now.
evil robot. You mentioned in the thread briefly that there are a lot of stories where Arjuna gets dunked on, and including one where he attempts to build a bridge for monkeys out of arrows, with the promise that if he fucks it up, he'll set himself on fire. I'm just trying to encourage more people to, like, you know, actually go in and read the Mahabharata.
Just like the seeming disparity of these things. Just like, okay, a bridge for monkeys. All right, you know what? Like we live in a decade where we had a machine for pigs as a video game. So I'm willing to accept that. And then, you know, if you screw up, you light yourself on fire.
There's like one section in the story as well where, like, the five brothers, Arjuna and his four brothers, they basically visit one by one this, like, pool of water, like this spring, and they're like the first one turns up, and this voice, this crane nearby is like, "Do not drink from that water. You must answer my questions." And like, the first four of them, including Arjuna, basically just go, "I'm gonna deal with this after I have a drink of water," and they die. And it's only the fifth one who basically goes, "Wait a second. Maybe my brothers are all dead because they didn't listen." And so he goes to the crane. "All right, what's up, dude?" And the crane turns into a yaksha, which is a sort of a weird sort of like Indian demonic sort of like divine being, and proceeds to have to answer a question, like a massive quiz on like. Actually, this. No, never mind. It ends up having to answer a quiz on like 120 different fucking like gods and things. Actually, this one might be a level 99 character. I'm not sure. He's doing enough fucking number on me. I think this guy might actually be it.
He's sort of dunking on you here.
Yeah, I think this guy might actually be the level 99. In which case, uh-oh. But yeah, like, and for answering this 120 plus like census about like divinity and everything like that, the Yaksha resurrects the other four brothers and I guess goes on its way. But it's just such a funny like concept of a story. It's just like basically just being told, do not toot the horn, and then saying, "Fool, Doom toots as he pleases,"
yeah,
and then fucking dying, and then it just like the next person turning up, like, and they all do it for different reasons too.
It keeps happening.
You know, like the first guy is just like, fuck that shit, I'm gonna have a drink of water before I take care of this. But then another one's like, "Oh, there must be like an enemy around here. I'll take a drink of water just to get myself hydrated to ready for the battle." And it's just like, dude, there's a crane, there is a voice literally telling you, do not drink from the fucking water. And everyone's just like, "I'm gonna drink from the water." Oh fuck, I instantly died.
Like the true spark of science here, by the way. Like you touch a stove and you find it hot, and you pull your hand away when your hand is blistered, and the first thing you think is, "I wonder if that happens every time," and you put your other hand on there. That's basically these jackasses.
Really, the correct answer is to like get somebody else to do it.
True. That's why that's why scientists have the taboo about conducting experiments yourselves. It's because you just have a bunch of armless and faceless scientists after a certain point.
I just want to turn to the audience for a moment. How fucking cool was that? How I ended that fight, right?
True.
Right, audience. That was pretty good. That was pretty awesome. All right, let's get the story underway. We've fooled around with Indian mythology long enough. It's time for the finale.
That's a waning mood. You don't fool me.
覚悟は良いな。
覚悟。
テイはすでに敵となった。道は分かたれたのだ。 それを
So is it okay if I beat his ass?
が満たされる前に手成功
Yeah, we don't need to kill the guy. We can just put him in the, you know, in the Boston Crab. We'll invent the Boston Crab wrestling hold, and just like put him in it. What's a Boston?
Ah, good.
Dunno.
We are having a turn-based one. I like these.
Yeah, this is a big one too.
Oh my lord.
It entirely circumvents the Tokugawa castle. Interestingly enough.
Lord.
なんとも多くの霊地が掌握されたもの。見事だな、テイメ。まっとうなやり方ではないぞ。英月の魔力を用いているのだろう。
He's constructed the almighty donut.
He's constructed the almighty pylon.
すまないが神田に寄れないか。私の用意していたものが。
I'm gonna get the feeling you need to stop by basically every place that's notable because you're gonna need as many dudes on the field as possible.
いたわね、Miyamoto Iori.
It hurts you.
Speaking of which,
共に行くか。
いいえ、行かない。伝え忘れだっただけよ。
I was really hoping she would be one of our dudes.
Well, don't you worry about that, because she's
Oh,
left
she
her
is
dudes
offering
down there.
some dudes. All right, cool.
あなたの手伝いに回してあげるわ。必要なら声をかけに行きなさい。
日本橋だな助かる
I incorrectly thought that I had to send Iori there to do that, but as we're going to find out, that's not the case. But yeah, the gangs are all here. This more than the
Wow,
other path
yeah.
is a lot more about getting all the allies to help you out on this. And we can change which servant we're wielding so that we can field everybody else. And, you know, still, like, again, should have technically disappeared at this point. He's definitely disappeared from the
down,
story.
not out.
オッケー、より。
And we'll split up, and yeah, off we go
Yep.
on our grand adventure.
Yep. Darting Dragon sounds like an amazing one to start out with.
そうじゃ霊槍の力で優位に立てる
Yeah, the first players always go for Arya.
Really, you're going for Arya before Kanda?
Well, we might go to Kanda first. My brain wants me to go to Arya first, though.
Yeah, I mean, I just for whatever reason it looked like Kanda was closer.
支配下にあるか
魔力の供給を断たれておるようじゃ厳しい状況であろうこちらに霊地を取り返してやれる余裕が
You're gonna have to make time, bro. There's not time to not do it. Well, I guess they're about equidistant. No, Arya's a little closer. You're right.
Like, I need to make sure I have affinity just in case, like, someone tries to steal something on us, so I can send Saber to solve it.
小説の策に乗るなら神田か状況次第だが行ってみるか
Okay.
Yeah, I think about
I guess
it,
that
and I'm
makes
like,
sense.
Saber, twist that man's balls.
You get another unit on the field.
これで伏せていた手が打てる。
Oh,
霊脈を隠してあったか見事な恩業じゃ
well, that's helpful.
なかったわい
Mm-hmm.
本拠での戦いに備えて神田につながる霊脈の一部を隠蔽しておいたのだ。私自身の戦いは終わってしまったが、あなた方の役には立つだろう。
大した隠し玉だ恩に切る
赤坂への新たな道が開けたわけじゃなやるものだ由小説
Caster is just taking a long staircase of L's. Yeah, now we're actually fighting the Chinese officers.
Huh.
We've never actually had to fight these guys until now.
No.
One thing that's always kind of interesting to me is that, like, in the intro to the game, like the anime intro to the game, it shows Zheng walking with like 2 dudes, one of whom has an eye patch, and you kind of see them in the game, but they have absolutely no relevance. Like, I'm thinking they might have intended to have them be something at some point, and then just like decided not to. But it is just kind of an interesting thing to note. I'm always like, oh yeah, when we see those guys, that's gonna be interesting, and then it's just like nothing ever happens.
No, you're never seeing them. Screw you.
I suppose there's just sometimes, you know, little things that they put in these introductions when another studio makes them, and they're like, yeah, can you just put this, and this in, and they put their own personal touch in. They're like, let's give Zheng some, like, officers that look, like, cool. And there we go. It's assassin time.
Alright.
Bittayes.
You know, what should I do? Be everywhere and kick everybody's ass? Like, this is not a complicated transaction, my man.
Let's just need another affinity booster.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a few more. We're gonna be like grabbing a few of them.
Oh man. Yeah, I was gonna say like frickin' your kingdom for one more darting dragon.
Those extra fonts are gonna be very handy too.
I'd be more annoyed about seeing her again if she hadn't fucked off for the last like 20 episodes.
You know, she's in the background now. I don't think
my
she
patience
has
has
any...
regrown to some extent.
Well, she's here to give us like darting dragon every single turn, so you know you can't hate on her too much. Still, like an incredible moment of consternation for people that that Arya was not put into fake granddaughter. And I can understand it too.
It's probably best for everybody involved.
I think she's pretty high on the wanted list though.
So at this point, the creators are just like, no, you guys wouldn't be able to handle it. Every single one of you would just not be incapable of acting normally if we put Weed Fox in. Hot damn.
But wait.
気をつけよ。キャスターの魔力だ。何らかの魔術を仕掛けてくるぞ。
なんだ。術を受けた感触だけはあったが。
Probably gonna make you lose a turn or two.
遅れて聞いてくるのじゃろう。おそらくは何かを封ずる術だ。用心して進め。
Yeah. So.
Oh, okay.
Saber's been somewhat neutered.
Well, a good thing that you've already split up with Saber.
Yeah,
like that would be absolutely crippling if you hadn't split up with Saber.
Yeah, well, I'm not entirely sure Saber can fight either, but we'll get through. Hey, that's my trick.
Rude.
He used it much less effectively than I did.
Yeah, because I suppose because no, it should have seized seized Koshikawa there. Koshikawa, sorry.
You think Kirke was gonna let him get away with that?
Yeah, I suppose that's true. Like she would have just said no. You're not taking me with that mystic code just out of frickin' spite.
魔術を使ってきたか。油断はするな。
See where this one goes. Once the game stops telling me about all these interesting things that have happened.
Yeah, okay. Alright, so that enemy is targeting Saber.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But at the very least, we can now reinforce this side by getting Kirke.
Yeah.
God. So, I hesitate to bring this up, but it's fresh in my mind. Just yesterday of the day of recording, they've been doing like something in Fate Grand Order which involves the reminiscing about the Lost Belts, because at the end of the year they're going to do the final Lost Belt. So they've been sort of like replaying fights and stuff, and certain characters that featured in these Lost Belts stories have had like sort of little interludes and stuff made for them. And with Odysseus, they did an entire comedy bit involving his servant verse version, Space Odysseus. But like, it's like the master is basically having a fever dream, and it ultimately results in them getting attacked by at first what seems like Dr. Kikion, who is Kirke, but it turns out no, it was Kirke's evil sister, the Black Kikion, Gurke.
Wait, excuse me?
And when the master tells Odysseus about this dream, and he just straight, Odysseus goes, "Huh, that's weird," and like Kirke sort of passes by, and Odysseus just goes, "Hey, did you have another sister called Gurke?" And Kirke is just like, "I'm going to fucking wring your fucking neck. I am so sick of your shit." And you're like, okay, you have to apologize for that, Odysseus. So he's like, oh, okay. Well, regardless, those gentlemen are not getting to fight Saber, they're getting to fight Li Shuen.
The fact that Saber isn't on the field makes me think that your hypothesis is correct.
Oh, what a cool shot.
Oh,
though.
that is so badass! That is everything I love about those old kung fu movies, man.
Yeah, props to the officer for actually, like, trying to force a kick through it like that.
That was so awesome.
But, yeah, sorry guys, it ain't ending well for you. He's sticking into it, though.
Outstanding. It's so much fun to watch Li Shuen do shit.
Just flickers and then annihilates.
He's poetry in motion. He really is.
A lot of good juggles. Just doing the same move over and over again.
Look, it's his fault for getting knocked into a corner, okay? Flawless victory.
Just a matter of fact.
Not trying to be a dick. Just it is what it is, man.
Just the facts. Just grab that for us, Kirke.
Yeah.
We're wearing them down. We've got our forces sort of piling through. I am thinking now of maybe going over and dealing with the pirates, because now I'll have Kirke able to sort of goof around here.
Little avatar for Gramps' speech there always makes him look cross-eyed to me.
But what I think ends up happening is that I think Li Shuen grabs Nihonbashi and it activates things anyway. So it's just kind of like,
I was gonna say like it feels like you have a solution ready made here.
Yeah, I just I didn't know if it would activate if a servant hopped on it. So and it didn't seem like Saber was having much of a good time. So I ultimately resolved to send Iori over myself.
It's pretty devastating to have been split up, considering those semantics. At least if Saber was with you, you could still be ready to split up again once whatever curse that this is lifts.
Yeah, it does say it's for a short time, so it's not like a permanent thing. Ow. My knees. Damn Dizuno blowing my knees out.
Yeah, seriously, that was like the irritating slide kick of every 2D fighter. One thing that doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but it does a lot of stun, and it's fucking annoying to dodge.
That was a Liu Kang slide kick in Mortal Kombat, right?
Yeah, Liu Kang and Kung Lao had one in certain other iterations of Mortal Kombat. Frickin' Strider Hiryu had one in Marvel vs. Capcom.
And there we go. The spell has ended, so now we can continue to do our usual thing.
What's up with that captain?
Well, he's going to start moving around as well, but I don't ever think he actually fights.
So you could actually play as one of the foreign captains? Is that real?
Well, like I said, I don't think I actually get into a fight with him. Like, I just don't think he ever goes towards a fight, so it never happens.
Yeah. I was afraid that that's what you would say. I'm super curious now, though.
That would be like quite a weird thing, just being able to play as the captain.
Right, you know, just like one of these random captains just swinging a cutlass around. It's just like bro, I've been wiping my ass with you guys for the entire game, and now I'm like, once you're in my control, you're just gonna beat up like a one-eyed Oni or whatever.
Now you're playing on yard mode.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like the polar opposite of, you know, when you get the boss character in your party and all of a sudden they suck ass. You get the mook on your side and all of a sudden they fucking rock.
So I had a nap.
Hey.
Just like before, you get stuff.
Caster ってのはよく知らんが、あの酒好きの魔術師殿には恩がある。
So the general implication seems to be that that Zheng did something for Ku at some point, but damned if I know what. I don't think they ever say. Maybe we'll find out in the DLCs.
Lush of a mage. It's one way to describe Zheng, I guess.
Zheng likes to drink. Caster did imply that Zheng drinks a lot but doesn't get drunk.
Yeah.
Ioriを助けてやってくれんか。
You guys wanna?
Yeah, could you guys like not go exactly the same damn way? That'd be super.
You say that, but are you ending this now?
出打ったか。霊脈の流れにも気を配るのじゃ。
At least you went going the way I like, so.
Lord, are you serious? We end this now. Summons like 2 extra dudes that have already failed.
Well, don't worry. Caster has got a few more interesting tricks up his sleeve yet.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like that one was beneath you after that really cool and interesting curse.
But yeah, the sheer number of ley lines that we've collected at this point, Iori is getting like swole to like unseen levels.
No joke.
And the journey continues. We're running down the coastline now. Running out of places to hide.
結界があるようじゃ。
Oh, I am not okay with Kirke's positioning.
It's fine.
She is super overextended.
That's just what witches do, you know?
我らが地。
You're super overextended.
Saber, いけるか?
The spell's over, so Saber can solve all my problems now. I don't have to think. Goodbye.
Okay, thanks, bye.
Get removed
That
from
just costs
existence,
affinity, right?
idiot.
I forget.
It does, yeah, 2 affinity.
Okay, cool. So you can just be chugging sugar water soda, and Saber can kill literally the entire map. Got it.
何をされるかわからんが悠長には構えておれんぞ。
霊脈を断たれるような事態に陥れば赤坂にはたどり着けない。
ならば春巡のいとまはないな。テイの元へ参るまで。
So yeah, some ley lines have just been made unworkable. They don't work so good no more.
Okay.
But that's fine.
Yeah, like that's interesting, I guess, but it's also not that big of a deal.
So I think about where I can go. I'm like, I need Kirke to like just get over there. Go up there. Go back cap for me.
Annoying that only uncapped rather than full capped. But you have a Spirit Devourer, so I suppose it doesn't matter. Worst case scenario, you can just pop that thing. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that this is probably the last time your last opportunity to use Mystic Codes.
There might be some in the second DLC, but there's definitely not any in the first DLC. This is the last one for this particular campaign, at least. So yeah, we may not see ley lines for a wee while, which is, you know, a little bit of a shame. I do like them. I like them a lot.
Yeah, no, this is the most interesting game mode that this game is offering. You know, like I like the combat. I feel like it does a really good job. I appreciate all of the thought that they put into it, but you know, this like conquest mode is just it's really interesting, and the wrinkles that they keep throwing into it are also pretty cool. So I'll be sad to see them go. Like I always get pretty excited when one of these episodes shows one.
I haven't really gone into any of the DLCs aside from the first one, so I've got no idea. I extend my largest shrug to the universe, but I'm sure we'll find out.
Yep.
Arjuna, some of these ley lines aren't connected properly. I need you to collect all of your arrows and build a bridge. And if you don't, Jean catches fire. Actually, Jean's gone. She would have unsummoned after we disemboweled the shield.
Yeah, just the fucking casual flick of your sword. This dude who died so incredibly hard in the last time is just like, oh, right, I'm still mortal.
Miyamoto Iori.
God, that was such a wonderful death. Like, I'm not like Chimon has the best deaths.
Yeah, I was about to say which one, but then you know, I realized it doesn't really matter. Both of them were fucking amazing. The first one in the climax of it, the second one in the anti-climax of it.
I just loved him lunging around the corner and just being like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, Iori. It's so good, because even I'd sort of forgotten about it. I was just like when I was playing it, it's like Chimon was like a jump scare. It was like, oh god, he is still trying. How did he get so close?
Yeah, I was gonna say Spirit Devourer is like freaking custom made for this.
Yeah, so we ate as much as we could, but
you've still got 2 over there, which yeah, I'm sure Kirke can handle for you.
yeah,
The noose is basically closing at this point.
Yeah, at this point I'm just like cleaning up the points on our way to Caster.
あとは赤坂の結界一つ。これを破り中へと入る。
Pretty sure there's only one way in now, and that's where Arjuna is. So we're gonna have to go around.
Oh right, the purple is saying that it's not. It's not
俺
traversable.
には義が終わった後でやらねばならんこともあるからな。
助かった。だが
皆まで言うな。手付けは受け取ったんだ。
Down payment! Interesting choice of words.
Yeah, they keep saying that, like, and like, what are you up to? Like, what are you doing? There we go. We got it.
全て掌握したか。うんうん。よくやったよくやった。
That's a very large power boost for us.
Start chomping a shitload of roids.
泥
And it is kind of funny because I still remember way back, I commented on a particular area, and I was like, not knowing how the second ending was going, I was like, man, it really looks like you go beyond this point. I want like, and I sort of even commented like, I wonder if they're like gonna use that later for something. Oh, now's the time.
人払い
Yeah, apparently so.
And you go sort of down into the water basin, and there was that big gate.
英月の器は向こうだ。
Honestly, when you originally started talking about that, I thought you were talking about the mud that or corruption that we were speaking about, like,
触るぞ。
you know, all that time ago. And
小説
like that has really not made many other appearances other than the time we were talking about it.
Yeah, the mud as a corrupt theming appears a lot in Fate Works, but it's only sort of appearing here now that the Grail is going silly mode.
今は
The Fate Stay Night Grail gets corrupted because oopsie daisy they accidentally a Satan into the Grail during one of the wars and corrupted it.
You know, considering everything we've talked about with regard to Fate, I'm not certain that it was much of an oopsie at all. I think some dumbass mage at some point was like, hey, what if Satan?
Well, see, here's the thing, right? They somehow during one of them and this is such a funny thing to say, but during one of the
良い身のこなしだ。
the Holy Wars, they someone managed to summon Angra Mainyu, which is apparently pronounced Anremayu, but it's
Yeah.
basically the Persian god of darkness,
Yeah.
Zoroastrian, or however you pronounce it. But it wasn't actually him. It was a young man who had basically been used by his people to represent it, to be sacrificed, to sort of be like, oh, here is all of our evil, we've killed it. And so, like, he represents an extreme killing power against humanity, but against servants he's completely fucking useless, so naturally he got killed very quickly, very easily. And somewhat hilariously, that means that this corrupt concept of evil that had somehow inexplicably been summoned ended up inside of the Grail, because that's where all the servants go to help charge up the wish, which
Oh
in
my
turn
God.
made it corrupted. It's like, wow, you've designed this entire concept, this
Feels like
Holy Grail.
a plot twist from Stephen King.
It's like you've created your own like corruption system for your own product. Congratulations. It's like the toaster having a feature where sometimes it just like pulls out a gun and shoots you
出番だ
instead of popping your
like-
toast.
This is like freaking the Needful Things book. I forget which one that was. Hang on. I'm gonna ask the internet real quick. It's frickin'. Oh, it literally is called Needful Things. It's a novel by Stephen King, and it's literally just, you know, the devil with a creepy antique store. You don't pay with money, but every item you get is cursed. And it's just like, hey, I really want to win this win this Grail War and have power over men. Okay, we're gonna give you literally Satan. Only, you know, it's not gonna make you win, but it's gonna give somebody power over humans. Like, it's just this entire ridiculous bullshit because somebody somewhere had a really poorly thought out wish.
Yeah.
Like that is
didn't go
the very explicit vibe I'm getting from this story.
オムラと共に消え去れ。天神一閃。
And yeah, it's just one of those things, and like, as a servant, he is incredibly useless. He's an incredibly rare summon you can only get in Fate Grand Order, like on the friend point summon. And he's like super rare, but he's also 1 star and just like fucking can't do dick. And dies
I
really
feel the need
easily.
to drill into that. Friend point summon? You need friend points to summon Satan.
Yeah. He can't be summoned using Saint Quartz. He can only be summoned through the power of like points you earn from other people, like summoning your servants.
Awesome. You get the power of friendship, and that helps you summon Satan. Outstanding. No notes.
さあ、ようやく追い詰めたぞ。何人にも英月を渡すことはできない。その願い、今ここで砕く。
これはまたいかにも冷酷非道の巫女らしい言葉じゃないか。
I didn't do any research from our last time, by the way. I was too busy with work, so I still have no goddamn clue who Caster is.
You never would have gotten it. I'm just saying it now. You never would have gotten it.
I believe you.
I'm just like slamming my hands. Nobody was getting who this was until he revealed his name, and then people went to Wikipedia and were like, "Oh, he has like 2 paragraphs, 2 very short paragraphs."
キャスター
One of which was, we don't even know this particular character's gender.
勝利を願うわけではない
Awesome.
とてもそうは見えない
なるほど。僕の神明を探ろうという腹か。面白い。ならば答えよう。永遠に世界のすべてを記録し続ける。それ以外
Right, so you just want to keep living.
望むことはない。
Which is, you know, a fairly common desire amongst the servants.
Yeah, like particularly for servants who are summoned into this world, scraping for a purpose, or for extra time rather. Like, I feel like it's reasonable.
そこで義は終わる。僕の記憶も記録も何もかもが水泡に帰す。それだけは。
But yes, Caster is fairly aware of their own obscurity.
The first recorder.
始まりのレコーダーとして。
Okay.
始まりのレコーダー日の本の暁なるほど日の本の神話の記述者か
Okay, so it's kind of like
深く知っているわけだ
the original storyteller, specifically in Japanese storytelling. Who?
Like I told you, Hiere no Are was a figure in the 7th century who was basically asked by the emperor of the time to compile history. They were basically told, look, there's a lot of shit going everywhere. We need you to memorize and put down Japan's history. And so it was the first historical recording undertaking. Yeah, exactly.
Like that is so far out of my purview.
It was said that he had a pretty good capacity for memorization, so he could be told something, remember it, go and write it down, and ultimately, the task was completed after his death, and Japan was able to record, at least up till then, a comprehensive history that they would then be like, well, this is history as we know it, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we're going with.
Right. This is the known universe, and we can move on from there.
I missed.
He dodged it because he knew it was coming.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, is we're trying to hit him, and we're kind of hitting him, but we're not really hitting him that much.
Hieda is just basically that dude who watched like 1,000 Dark Souls videos and knows everybody's animations before he starts the game.
力を貸してくれ小説今だ諦められるか
お前ら何をくそ記録が
見えたキャスター覚悟
So yeah, by all accounts, he's manifesting those little familiars. I guess you could say are basically based on his power of memorization. They are observers. They are part of the recordings, and he was using those recordings to be able to predict things.
また記録が乱れた
My records are all out of order again.
奴らだサーバントというのはマスターあるだけ魔力をこちらへ回せこれ以上あがかれる前に型をつける構わん使えるものは使えただし敗北は許さんぞそれ根源すでに懲りて気象未だ現れず名もなく技もなし誰かその形を知らん神羅万象我が老気の網の内と知れ九月遊園
固有結界己の心象風景を具現化せしめる魔術の火をイオリセイバー警戒しろあやつが何を仕掛けてくるか
エイレイノーブルファンタズムたる宝具を有した人類史の力すなわち英霊などというものはすべて人々の幻想をまとうことで成立するのだからそんなものは引き剥がしてやるまでだ
Oh, fun.
神も竜も魔も人の世にあるまじきもの
This reality marble is basically just I don't care about legends. This is the truth of what happened, which goes directly alongside his background and ethos. That's great.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
This is exactly why they don't let Sherlock Holmes around.
That's precisely why Sherlock Holmes was bound in a ruler body so that he didn't just unravel everything. Yes.
お前はおそらく僕の宝具とは相性
And we're going to basically say that the saving grace for Takeru is that he was a historically recorded person. Not just mythologically, but they have been able to find records that prove the existence of this particular son of the Emperor. But Saber's gonna be struggling for a little bit, so.
Reconciling the historical Takeru with the mythological Takeru. That makes sense enough.
Unfortunately for them, a sword saint is in the building.
Yeah. There's nothing to mythologize about dude who swings sword real well.
Everything about Iori is rather unfortunately for them entirely couched in reality, and the reality is he is fucking crazy.
You're ruining my records. Just what a perfect nerd. What you're actually concerned about is that your papers are out of order. Your filing system is fucked up.
確かに聞いているその証に
セイバー敵の術を破ったか
この程度のまじないどうということもなし今こそ聞け私はヤマトタケルヤマト最強の刃である多くの王を神を魔を切った多くの命を奪い多くの誉れを得ながら多くの過ちを犯してきた血が流れた涙もあった悔やんでも悔やみきれぬ道であっただがそれでも 私が歩んだ道だ。命を賭して我が妻が開いてくれたただ一つきりの我が道だ。その歩み貴様ごときに消せはしない。
自己の最低義だと？バカな、そんなふざけた系統。やはり相性最悪だ。大和健、お前は本物だ。
Not really redefining yourself if you have the genuine article there saying this is what I am.
But it is like I said, subsequent summons of Takeru remember everything that happened here, which is not exactly typical of of anything like that. So yeah, he, like we've just seen a redefining, an altering of the spirit graph, a re-inscribing in the throne.
Huh.
お前は凡人に過ぎない。僕の知る限り、お前は記録にない。
I mean, sure. As far as you know, sure, but Takeru was after your time, bro.
私は私だ。私は今ここにあるがまま剣を振るえない。
As far as you know, Li Shu Wen isn't real either.
Well, he hasn't existed yet, yeah.
を否定し続ける者たち、英雄ども。
ちげやっはっセイバ
ー。相性が悪すぎる。マスター。ああ。必ず願いを叶えると誓ったのだから。俺は英月を手に入れる。陛下の国を取り戻す。すべて持っていけ、キャスター。敵を排除しろ。了解。最悪の決心よ、大挙の果てより来たれ。権限せよ。
莫大な魔力、むやみに突っ込むなよ、より。
疑心将来、Yasomagatsuhi.
You're gonna get thrown out of the scaly convention with that many eyes, bro.
Yasomagatsuhi.
逆祭の神だ。あろうことか神器をまとっているな。
滅ぼせ、疑心よ。
魔術の次は神霊を下ろすか。なんという。やることは同じだ。キャスターを切り、英月の器を壊す。
ああ。
So you may be wondering, wait, hold on a second, he just said he doesn't believe in mysteries or anything like that. How the hell is he summoning this? Well, interestingly enough, the historical works of Hiro were known as the Kojiki, and yeah, Yasomagatsuhi is recorded in that history. It's basically a a kami born from when Izanagi cleaned away impurities in the Tachibana River.
Oh, okay.
He's a god of curses and calamities, defilements, and evil occurrences. along with
The manifestation
Omagatsuhi.
of natural disasters and so forth. That makes sense.
Yasomagatsuhi no kami.
But basically, like the impurities cleansed away created this, because you know Izanagi being like a creation myth god. The Yomi filth that had touched him, basically created this. Oops. So I use soap.
I love the idea that this asshole could have been prevented if just you would use more soap.
He's got a mean belly flop. I swear I'll not get hit by it one day.
You will definitely get hit by it next time.
老子貴殿の助力無駄にはしない我が一撃受けるがよい
Oh, there you go. I was wondering when we were gonna down the damn thing.
Yeah, and that's the payoff from doing the little side quest.
Oh, so basically, if you hadn't done that, you would have to knock down this jerk all by your lonesome. Wow, that would suck.
That's what I meant by raindrops being like actually really good for enemies that are like way up high. Because if we used the water beam, it wouldn't have hit it.
We already proved that, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, the verticality, however, of raindrop is supreme. It's like a giant box.
Reposting nothing. Sure, okay. I'd say that's not fair, but this jackass keeps flying, and that's super not fair.
True. So, it's sort of interesting though, just as a sort of insight into the endings. The Chiyamon ending is also sort of a look into Iori, in a sense, an entity that. I also keep getting interrupted before I can do my Noble Phantasm. There's like an unsummoned Saber during that sequence. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess I won't do a Saber School Noble Phantasm today.
Jerk.
Whereas this one's more of a look into Takeru, Saber.
Get down here, Dark!
And I appreciate they've done two different sort of scales and styles of fights. Because that's the, like, you know, Chiyamon was a lot weirder, bigger, had like different attack points and things like that. Whereas this one feels like it's sort of more characters getting involved, larger scale. Shisetsu is actually helping out. I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah, the first one felt like more of a traditional JRPG boss fight. This one more feels like Monster Hunter.
Man, I would love and I know some people are gonna mention that there are in fact quite a few games similar to this, but it's just like monster hunting but with servants fighting against great mythical beings. I'm just saying, I wouldn't say no to Napoleon fighting a T-Rex with his giant fuck-off cannon.
I can just imagine. So, I can just imagine. I'm assuming that Theodore Roosevelt is a servant somehow. Theodore Roosevelt would be the servant for a game like that.
Well, you see, it's kind of funny actually, because there is a servant who is empowered by every president of the United States of America.
The presidency as an amalgam.
He is he was able to become a servant, but not strong enough to manifest in a way that would be useful. And so all the presidents of history empowered him, and he became the Prezi-King.
Prezi-King. Outstanding.
And it was Thomas Edison.
Of course it was fucking Thomas.
And he has a lion head.
He at least had an eagle head. At least had an eagle head.
Well, I think it's a reference to the the Paramount lion?
Yeah, MGM.
MGM lion, yeah.
The fact that I knew that is damning evidence in and of itself.
Well, Paramount is a mountain, so I don't know where the fuck I was going.
Yeah.
You were way on more than me. But yes, I think it's a reference to the MGM lion, basically. But it is still, ow, 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 ow. Didn't
Step.
actually do that much damage, but I'm definitely getting juggled right now. That's like fireballing lava, holy shit. Just let me in to hit you.
Just circle strafing around because of the horrible beams coming at you. It's getting ready for something big! No, it's not. just use some raindrops, it's fine.
For the record, Thomas Edison appearing happens as a result of, like, during the first arc of Fate Grand Order, when basically resolving to destroy civilization, the attempt to destroy America is done by basically summoning Celtic servants and giving Queen Maeve the Grail, so that she can summon her own like alter version of Ku, and then just like start killing, just start killing America.
Like the idea that you start killing America by summoning a bunch of Celtic people is, like, I can sort of see it, and also it's wrong on so many levels. I can't be comfortable with it.
It's definitely a fucking weird story, considering that like the servant who spends the most time hanging out with you in that one is Florence Nightingale.
Of course. I mean, if you want to protect a protector of civilization, I suppose Florence Nightingale is going to be way up there.
She's a berserker, by the way.
Okay. That's where I got off. That's where I got off.
One of her attack moves is she will literally hit you with the hospital bed. she will cure you even if it kills you. That's her motto.
Just the classes are made up, and the manifestations don't matter.
Oh no, she's very much the picture of a berserker. Don't you worry about that. She's completely unreasonable and only interested in, like, sanitization and health.
There's a freaking episode of the Jetsons where the robot maid eats a faulty lug nut and spends the rest of the episode just screaming "a place for everything and everything in its place" and fucking everything up. And that's basically where we're at right now.
And just like that, the story ends once again.
What a wonderful way to end it. Just for a freaking Shousetsu just being like, okay, bump, dies.
Yeah, she's dead. That was her last breath. And Saber is gone once again, and everything is well, everything is much the same way as it was before. Iori going back to his nice, quiet life, or so it would seem.
At least for the moment. Like particularly with this playthrough, we got a lot of notes about how he's never really going to be happy there. Tough bastard to have survived all that.
まだジパングにいたの？
この町を放って帰るのもためらわれるだろう。皆に迷惑ばかりかけてしまった。その上、結局勝てずじまいとは。
英月の義なんて手段に過ぎないわ。ダメならダメで他の手段を選ぶだけよ。あなたも他を探したら？
強いな、君は。
当然よ。私はコイエットの魔術師だもの。彼との共闘、本当なら早々に切って捨てるつもりだったのでしょ？途中で情が湧いたかしら。
さあな。
まあいいわ。あなたとはまたどこかで戦う気がするの。その時にまだ甘えを捨てきれないようであれば、私が勝つだけよ。帝将軍。魔術師らしくないと笑われるわね。
どんな手を使っても俺自身の力で叶えてみせるさ、アーチャー。
Well, his wish wasn't realized, but he did beat up the Dutch, so I don't think we can hold him, too badly for that. That's no offense to anyone, any of our Dutch listeners, but historically, you guys were kind of jerks. just saying, historically, don't feel too bad about the beating. Historically, like people cheering the beating you received historically, because had it coming. The Formosa battle is really interesting in terms of the Chinese coming up against the Western fortress style, but at the same time as well the fact that Frederick Coyette was kind of shit at his job and had basically sort of put a lot of situations in place that made it easier for Zheng to be able to isolate him. But at the same time, you also had Zheng having to deal with the natives of the island who were at first really happy to have him around, but then very swiftly turned on him because obviously he was eating their food.
Yeah, he wasn't a very good administrator. It's as true today as it was back then. Good behavior is good business. And if you're showing up and you're eating people's food and you're not selling yourselves to them on the benefit that you're providing, or in Frederick Coyette's case, he genuinely wasn't providing a heck of a lot of benefit because he was ostensibly protecting the locals from something that wasn't a threat to them before he showed up. Like you're not giving us anything for the stuff that you're taking from us. Then that's bad behavior, and that's bad business. And you don't give. And fortunately, in the year 2020X, there's a number of ways people can deal with bad business other than staging a revolt and murdering a bunch of people. But when you make yourself the only game in town, the way a lot of these feudal lords did, you don't provide people with a whole lot of options. Like things that's gonna happen. Like that's the only out that you're giving people.
Yeah, and in the end, even though he did take the fort, Zheng would not survive the year and would die of malaria.
Yeah.
So it's like, historically speaking, though, like what might have seemed like a little bit of history, it did have a pretty profound effect at the time. And like I said, like the Spanish in particular were extremely worried that Zheng was gonna expand from his success there into other regions in the Pacific, and perhaps he would have had he not perished.
And like we've said in the past, though it was probably best for most of the world that he didn't get the chance to capitalize on his successes because his dream ultimately was neither a very noble nor a very productive one. The Ming were not good administrators. They were not good rulers, and they weren't worth bringing back. There's something to be admired of Zheng's single-minded devotion and loyalty to the topic, but like it probably would have been better for everybody if he would have been a little bit more clear-eyed about that.
Well, I often wonder if it wasn't just the case of him going, "Behold, I have reinstated the Ming," and everyone looks around and goes, "Where are they?" He goes, "It's me, I'm the Ming now."
All right, basically pulling a Cao Cao like that. That could have worked. That would have been better than just reinstating the Ming as they were.
I kind of hope that was his plan.
I mean, I hope so. Like, for real though, Zheng would probably would have been a better ruler and administrator than any of the final Mings.
So yeah, that was the second ending of the game. Third, if you count the joke ending with Boss. But we've got a third ending left to go. But we're going to take that third ending, the finale, what essentially wraps up the entire story of Fate Samurai Remnant, wraps up Iori as a character. We're going to save that until after we do the DLCs, because they're going to sort of provide a little more context and other things from these DLCs to that ending. And also, you can probably see where the ending's going. I don't really want that to sort of be resting in everyone's mind when we start going through the DLCs, because the DLCs are events that happen in the middle. And next time we have the Kaon Command Championship, which is when Boss decides that he's going to put a wishing device of his own on the line while the competitors of the Waxing Moon Vessel dance at his tune for his entertainment in order to earn it.
I'm sorry. No. I need to confirm what I just heard. The first DLC is a tournament arc at Boss's behest.
Yes, that is correct.
This is the first time I've been excited for a tournament arc in like 15 years.
You're gonna love it, because it's a fairly interesting DLC, and I definitely think you should all sort of check in, at least for the first two episodes. So until then, I've been the Last Robokai,
and I have been Cool Guy,
and this has been the second ending for Fate Samurai Remnant, and we're gonna head on into the DLCs next. So we'll see you all next time.